One of the biggest people that help us get this whole thing going is our volunteers. We live solely on them and the work that they do. The volunteers are really helping us push and make our goals.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Bosch, and I'm the Shell Collection Program Manager for Billion Oyster Project. Our shell collection program started in 2015. We currently collect oyster shells from about 75 restaurants all across New York City, and we use those oyster shells to repopulate new oysters into New York Harbor. We partner with The Lobster Place. They're a wholesale seafood company located in Hunts Point. A Lobster Place employee, Boris, comes and collects oyster shells from each of our restaurant partners. To date, we've collected 2.5 million pounds of oyster shell from over 100 New York City restaurants. I would suggest checking out Billion Oyster Project's website and seeing our list of participating restaurants. Obviously, Gramercy Tavern is one of our longest standing partners. They've been with us donating oyster shells with Billion Oyster Project since 2015.
My name is Michael Anthony. I'm the executive chef of Gramercy Tavern. Gramercy Tavern has a wide variety of people who love this restaurant. They come from here in New York City as well as outside the city, and it's interesting for diners who want to get a sense of the place in which they're eating. I felt passionate about connecting with the Billion Oyster Project because Gramercy Tavern both operates with the intention of creating a meal that is unique to this particular place and the season in which we're cooking it. And we're constantly thinking about how the restaurant lives up to its social responsibility within the community.
I think my favorite part about the Billion Oyster Project is that they're here. Anyone who works here can go down to Governor's Island and see that pile of oysters curing over a year before they get processed into the reef balls or the cages.
Since we've been working with the Billion Oyster Project in 2015, we've been able to give back 12,500 pounds of oyster shells. The byproduct of serving dinner and being able to do something positive and productive with oyster shells by reintroducing them to the New York Harbor, having a direct connection with the water systems around us is really interesting for restaurant staff and ultimately for the people who eat here.
We can collect from about 15 to 20 restaurants a day. We bring it out to Governor's Island, where our headquarters is.
So behind us is a big pile of half cured, half not cured shells. After they've been brought in from the restaurants, they do get dropped here and we kind of leave them alone for about a year. My role basically is to run and plan all of the volunteer events that we have. I actually have a lot of people that come here from out of state. Even today I've got people from Switzerland. Like, you have people that come from all around.
I heard about Billion Oyster Project, called my friend who lives here in New York, and I'm visiting here from New Orleans. I asked her if she'd heard about this, and she's like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to volunteer for that. You want to go when you're here? I'm like, okay, yes. So that's what we're doing today, and it's very inspiring.
I originally found out about the Billion Oyster Project out on the harbor. I saw one of their boats, and that's how I first became aware of the organization. And was just really inspired by their mission when I started to learn more. I'm going to have all of my friends start volunteering. I really want to make this a regular activity. It's just been a great way to kind of get out into nature, which is something that, of course, is a little bit more difficult to do in New York City, and connect with other like-minded people who are really wanting to make a difference.
When volunteers are here at our shell collection site, basically what they're doing is they're taking shells from these massive piles that we have over here once they've been cured and sanitized, and then they go through this really long system using our hopper tumbler system to clean them of all of that debris and nastiness that's on top of them. Oysters specifically are really good filter feeders, so they can really help suck in all of that nastiness and pump out fresh, clean water. Oysters do filter 50 gallons every day, so taking 1 billion, that's enough to filter the whole New York Harbor every 3 days.
This is work that helps with the environment in ways that are so tangible. Like, we're out here getting our hands dirty and doing this work so that these oysters can grow and clean the water in a very, very real way.
Anyone can volunteer, any age, any body, and that's the beauty of what we do. We're making it accessible for all. Everyone's going to be able to come out here and make a difference, and people need to see that they have a direct influence on their environment, and that's what we're trying to do. If you love where you live and you love being here, then we all need to make a change. We all need to come together and fix it.